this was the top that I made that was a little bit on the big side. I folded it over like this. I don't know if you can see. Folded it over. I've got you balanced precariously, so I can't tip you down. Can I tip you down? Just a fraction without you falling off. I've folded it over here and then added beautiful coloured big buttons on. And I can't remember who it was, but she suggested I did a little square. She'd done the same thing on a top that was a bit big. She drew it in on the neck like I've done, and she put a little square there. A little square with a cross in stitching. So I think I'll do that. It's actually ended up a bit like the, it's ended up like one of the tops I've done before. This one, which I love this pattern. And do you remember this one where I added, it was actually a green, and I dyed it purple, added some black trim, put a button on, and I folded it over on the front with a fold. No, it was a double fold. You can see like a little pleaty fold. Well, this is the same sort of thing. And I also took the sleeves in because the sleeves were a bit on the baggy side as well. They just weren't suiting me. So this is another one I can wear. I got an email from Janice Matson, and she was telling me about how she was making this pattern, and she was making it from well, let me read it to you. She was telling me that she made the Edith tunic, and she made it in linen viscose mix. She says it was very soft, so she didn't do top stitching. It's very boxy, but not her usual style. But she's trying out different shapes just to see what they look like. She said, I did shorten it a bit too. I shall make it again, but I may pull the neck in a bit as my bra straps are showing. I may pull it in a bit because the bra straps are showing. It's a bit like that of the jumper that I made, showing too much at the side. As my bra straps show if I'm not careful, that's what she actually said. And the Edith top was, who was it by? Edith tunic. Let me have a look and see. I believe it's by Sewgirl. I said send me some pictures, because I'd like to let people see, and I'll also put some attachments from the Sewgirl website where they show you what it's like. There is another pattern that's very similar to this, and I can't think what it is. But the reason why I liked it was because it was very similar to a top like that I got from Marks and Spencer's, and I liked it very much. But it didn't have the set-in pockets along that seam, and I thought that was a good idea. Anyway, Janice obliged by sending me a picture of herself, and she said the fabric was bought from Sewgirl. She's very clever. She sends fabric swatches out with the pattern. Also suggested washing it with fabric conditioner before use. I also bought a pinafore pattern. The inside of the instructions were missing. She posted a new one with a small sorry gift immediately. I know sometimes the small independents are more expensive, but you do get the service just like you used to. So she got the fabric from Sewgirl, and she got the pattern from Sewgirl. Sewgirl is based in, I don't know where Sewgirl's based in. She doesn't have an address on her website, but Sewgirl does other patterns. And what I'll do is a little bit after this to show you Janice wearing an outfit, her Edith top, and then I'll do some pictures of the Edith top that Sewgirl has shown you. They're all done in denim, in a denim effect, and then I'll show you some examples of Edith tops that other people have made, and I'll show you some patterns that Sewgirl also does. So that would be a little bit extra for you. my next venture is some fabric that I have dyed. One of the pieces of fabric was some pink. It was more of a fluorescent pink, not a fluorescent pink, more of a fuchsia pink, and I wanted this dyed a bit darker. And this is, I used the purple dye. It's come out looking rather, it's not pink, it's actually on there it looks very, very pink, but it's more of a dark fuchsia, a very nice purpley fuchsia. So I'm going to make a blouse with this, and the blouse I'm going to make is that one. It's the Lecala 2216 blouse with a pleated hem. So next time I come back on my videos, I shall show you how it turned out. And I also dyed some other fabric that I had. I dyed some fabric that Renee had given me, and it wasn't doing anything in black and white, so I thought I would dye it with purple as well, because I wanted to do this, and I thought, well, I might as well do 2 pieces. And with this piece of fabric that I got from Renee, this is what it looked like before I dyed it. And this is what it looks like now. I'll hold it up for you. That's what it looks like now. And that, I think, is going to make a lovely top. So watch this space for what this turns out like. It's turned out absolutely beautiful. And oh, I'll show you the sweatshirt. My daughter-in-law asked me to, she had bought this sweatshirt, and it's quite a nice idea. Someone has just bought it like this. It's stitched with Hello Sunshine, and they've actually just used wool on it. It looks rather nice, that. It was a bit tight on her hips, so she asked me if I could do anything to it. So I've just gone and put a little yellow vent there for her on both sides, just so that it opens out for her. So that's what I've done for her. That's going in tomorrow's post to go back to her. And what else have I been doing? Oh, I've been buying fabric. Buying fabric. Have I been buying fabric? Yes, I have been buying quite a lot of fabric. So in next video, oh, I've got several videos I need to show you. I need to show you videos of fabric. I need to show you videos of patterns, and I need to show you videos of makes. Do you remember that little tray that I got? Well, this is what I've done with it. This is where I keep just things close by that I haven't got anywhere else that I want to have access to. I love this. I've got a little box that contains spools, but I have to say that I do like this. I think it's really good, and I've got a little awl pointed in there, and I find it really, I just find it handy, so I can just whiz round and find the colour that I want to match with the thread I'm using. And this is the one that I got from the range. I think it was about £2.60. Well worth buying for me. I like it. Very good. And I just keep it next to my machine so that it's handy to use. This next piece is called It Caught My Eye. And this is something, it's a lady that runs a sewing school. I think it's Russia. I'm not sure, but the writing looks like it's Russian. And she was showing you how to do your own measurements, how to measure your whole body, the top of your body. And she puts this, she's a bit embarrassed by what she's wearing, but she actually shows you how to do the proper measurements for if you want to start making your own toile, or if you want to, if you want to make your own patterns. And it's very good. I thought it was very interesting, so I thought I'd let you see what she does. So here she is.
Привет, друзья! Добралась я до снятия мерок с себя самой. Буду показывать. На самом деле сказать, что это прям просто нельзя, но это и не сложно. Тем более рядом с вами есть помощник. И если вы меня смотрите, он точно у вас есть. Новички, внимание, вам придется попотеть. Итак, снимаем мерки. Внимание! И первое, что вы должны сделать до того, как взяли в руки сантиметровую ленту, отметить антропометрические точки, не просто отметить их в соответствии с данной фигурой, а привести их в гармоничную систему для данной фигуры. Вот как. Отмечать свои точки я буду с помощью зеркала, скотча и фломастера.
Did you enjoy that? It was good, wasn't it? And finally, this is a little extra one. My friend Jenny, who I keep telling you about, who gets me the fabric, she messaged me a while ago and she said, would you like to have a parrot plant? I'd never heard of a parrot plant, but apparently the little flowers come out like parrots, and I'll put a picture up there to let you see. Anyway, I said, oh, that would be nice. So she's been taking a cutting from this parrot plant. She said that she tried to get some seeds for me, but she couldn't get them because it was locked down. And I know what she meant, because I've ordered stuff from garden centres and it's taken forever to get them. But anyway, she said she kept sending me little messages saying, it's got a little root, it might just take, but how am I going to get it to you? So anyway, she decided a few days ago that it was ready to send to me. And she said, well, I don't know how to send it to you. And I said, try an egg box or a cardboard toilet tube or something. Put it inside of a toilet tube and, you know, wrap it up with a bit of toilet paper or tissue paper or something to wad it. Anyway, this parcel came in a big box like that. Big tall box, tall thin box, square box, long square at the top. Opened it up, pulls out some fabric. So the first bit of fabric she should put in was this. It's lovely fabric, really nice. This fabric here. And it's a jersey. I'm assuming it's a year one. And I think there is about 1 metre of it. just about 1 metre by 150, so I'll make a lovely top out of that. That's gorgeous. That'll be lovely for the summer. And wrapped around the plant was some more fabric, which I've dropped on the floor. This was like a chiffony fabric. It has got a fold down the middle, but isn't this lovely? Poppy, is it poppy? The flowers, some flowers of some sort. As I say, there's quite a lot of it. There's about a metre of that. But in the middle is a fault. Can you see the fault there? But I'll still be able to make something out of this. I'm sure I will. I'll have to think about what I'm going to do with it. But there's a good bit of material there. So, not only was there that, you think that was enough, she just sent me fabric. But she also sent me 2 packets of powder. 2 packets of powder, both about the same, and a blue pen. And the blue pen is a Frixion pen, because in my last video I said I've never had a Frixion pen and I didn't know what it was, and she said you just grabbed the one that you had, and she said I think it's working. She said just grab the first one I had and I've put it in for you. So I messaged back to her and I said I didn't know what we had a conversation about something ages ago. Well, not ages ago, a few weeks back, and it didn't click, the conversation about a few weeks back with this. But anyway, I'm looking and I'm thinking, what's this powder? When I took it out of the packet, it's like, it's in film, it's in cling film, and it's a powder. And I'm thinking, am I supposed to feed the plant with this? Or is it Taylor's chalk? And then I put it down and I went and had my lunch, because the parcel had arrived before lunch. And then I went back and I'm thinking, what on earth are these 2 bags of powder? And I'm thinking, if I didn't know better, that could be a needle, and this could be heroin for all I knew, because I didn't know what it looks like. So then I burst out laughing. I suddenly went, oh, of course, you silly woman. She was telling me that she'd been able to get a massive, massive tin of mustard powder. And did I want to get, she sent me the link and said, if you want mustard powder, you can get this big tin. It's slightly out of date, but it's fine. And it was something like £2 a tin or £3, not very expensive. And I said, well, I have mustard on ham in my sandwiches, but I can't see me using that much mustard. And so in conversation on WhatsApp, she said, I'll send you some when it comes. And then she showed me she'd got this big tin, and she's going, I've got the tin. And then of course I realised this in here is mustard powder. And I said, well, what do you do with it? I know you put mustard powder in scones when you want to make cheese scones, and you can put some mustard powder in to add a little kick to it. But she said, we never use mustard powder. And I said, well, I've stuck mustard in things, but I haven't done anything with mustard powder. So she has enlightened me. But you tell me what you do with mustard powder as well, because I'm sure we'd all like to know. Get it written down there, or send me an email, do whatever you like and let me know. So thank you very much, Jenny. I am now the owner of a parrot plant seed cutting, two packets of mustard powder and a Frixion pen. So I'm going to love you, and I'm going to leave you, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.